Everyone, it's Jacqueline. Today I want to talk about some technology that was mentioned in Hughes and Rosler, our textbook, for social studies teachers. So today we're going to talk about NatGeo, or National Geographic's MapMaker. And so we're going to start here on their launch guide, and then we're going to harness MapMaker. So let's go into their collection where they have gathered articles and entries and experts to talk all about maps. So it's kind of like a collection where you have everything in one place. So this target group of students is for 5th through 12th grade. And the subjects bridge science and social studies. So being a science and social studies teacher, I really appreciate that. So I'm going to scroll down here quickly to latitude and longitude and open up that page because this aligns with my standards. This is something I need to teach my 5th graders, all about latitude and longitude and about different types of maps. And then we also take that and we connect it to Indigenous people. So this is our background information down here. All of this content is our background information. And so I just want to point out one cool feature. All of the vocabulary words are underlined. And when a student clicks on it, then it shows the phonetic spelling, it shows the part of speech, and it shows its definition. This is really great for our students that are still struggling on decoding longer words. They're not quite sure what all those different vocabulary words, they can't remember them all, they're still learning. So this gives them the opportunity to follow along and to be able to go back and revisit kind of what they're learning. I don't want to miss this. This is related resources. So if we were to click on these things, our equator and our latitude, they also have longitude. This gives us more and more information about maps. So we can continue to extend our learning for sure. So I'm going to go, oops, I skipped it. Okay, so back to learning materials. So this event right here, this Explorer Classroom really transforms what we're doing. So this gives our students the opportunity to speak with experts. So these are scientists, these are National Geographic explorers, these are experts in their field. And so this event will actually happen in November. So I can put my students, I can register for 2 times. I can put my students on the screen and they can interact with this expert. So what's cool about this is that I am teaching this in September, but I can revisit these standards in November in a very interactive way for my students. So let's go back here. Now this is the main event. So this is where we are going to launch an interactive map. So this map is latitude and longitude. So you can see right here, this is all the information about this map. Who made this map, what it means, what the things stand for. So that's really cool. These maps actually have 2 layers. So this is the base map of latitude and longitude. You could change the base map if you were teaching something different, maybe about volcanoes. And then we have 2 layers. So let's look at adding one more layer since we are actually going to be learning also about our Indigenous people groups in the United States. So now you can see it overlaid another layer. So we had latitude and longitude, we had parallels and meridians, and now we have all these colors which represent different Indigenous groups. So I'm going to focus on North America, and I am going to actually, let's see, we live in Ohio. So I'm going to have my students identify Ohio. Okay, there it is. So I'm going to go in here and do a sketch. This is home. So I'm going to drop a pin there. And then I'm going to label this. So I can go in here and I can add a label. I'm going to do red for the Buckeyes. I don't know if there's any Buckeyes out there. All right, and then I'm going to close this and I'm going to close this search. There we go. All right, so we have now identified Ohio on our map. So here's another feature. Here's our map layers. So this describes our different types of maps. And I can also take things off. So if I don't want to see the Indigenous territories, I can take that off. We're back at a topographical map. If I don't want to see the latitude and longitudinal lines, I can take those off. Now, it does take a minute for this to load. That's why it looks a little slow. So now we're going to move into our Indigenous people group. So I'm going to go back. I want to know who lived around Ohio. So I like pink, so I'm going to click on pink. Oh, this is the Shawnee group. So I think that's important to make a note on my map because I'll be writing a report about it later. So I'm going to pin this and I'm going to add a label. Again, all right, and I'm going to say Shawnee, and I can personalize it and make it pink since that is pink. And I'm going to drop this right here. So that is their area. We can learn more about them. If I want to know more information about them, I click it back on here. I could identify other groups around here, but I'm going to click on this. And oh, that's another group. Let's try and get back to the Shawnee. All right, so then this is actually a live link that will open up more information. So my students are going to actually do a report on several indigenous groups that are within their coordinates of latitude and longitude. So this Shawnee takes us to different websites, related maps, images, sources. This is they can see their group on a political map. We could have added a political map layer. And then this also provides a website for them. So if as the students are using these maps, building these maps, then they have the opportunity to save them. They can save it as a PDF. They can sign in. I could have all the kids sign in and use it. But I know for sure that this information within NatGeo allows us to provide information that is accurate, that's up to date, that's safe for my students. So I feel very confident that this opportunity to be on NatGeo with this specific unit would keep my kids safe. It would be enhancing and my lessons, and then it would also be engaging for my students. So I hope you also have the opportunity to check this cool website out. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.